Greetings and salutations to all of our well-respected judges, teachers who teach us this beautiful Orthodox way of life, and fellow family and friends in attendance. Shortly after making the decision of choosing topic number 4, my mother approached me and said, "Who is a saint that inspires you?" Even after picking the topic, the question caught me off guard, so I replied with, "I have no idea." She then tossed me a book titled A Child's Paradise of Saints and said, "Get to work." As I was reading about the lives of different saints, I stumbled upon Saint Moses. Not the prophet Moses that parted the Red Sea. I'm talking about Saint Moses the Black. Truthfully, I had never heard of Saint Moses the Black, and only looked into his life because his name intrigued me. I wondered why he was called the Black. He was called Moses the Black because he was from Ethiopia, and you guessed it, he was black. He was called, for those of you who don't know, Moses did not start out his life in a saintly manner. Saint Moses was a cutthroat killer. He was head of a gang of 70 men that spread terror and violence throughout the area. They would steal from others and would not think twice about killing innocent people. One day, Moses and his gang were fleeing from authorities and hid near an Orthodox monastery. One monk was not frightened by him. He boldly told Saint Moses that he wasn't afraid of him right to his face. Admired by his courage and holy way of living, Saint Moses decided to become a monk himself. After doing this, he then converted all 70 members of his gang to Christianity. They dedicated the rest of their lives to giving back everything they stole and repenting their sins. And not only did he become a Christian monk and convert 70 gang members to Christianity, Saint Moses is now a patron saint of nonviolence. I admire Saint Moses the Black because he repented. Repentance is literally a change of mind. Saint Moses changed his sinful ways and turned his whole life to Christ our God and to the heavenly kingdom. The story of Saint Moses the Black is one of many stories of repentance in the Orthodox faith. One of my personal favorites is the parable about the prodigal son. In this parable, the younger son took all of his fortune and spent it on a lavish lifestyle. Eventually, his money ran out, and he had to work in the profession of taking care of filthy pigs. When he was at his lowest, he decided to go back to his father's farm and beg for a job as a servant. Once he came to the farm, his father was waiting for him outside the gate, and instead of taking him back as a servant, he welcomed him with open arms and even threw him a party. Like Saint Moses the Black, the prodigal son realized his sin, repented, and turned towards God, who was waiting there for him all the time. In Luke chapter 15, Jesus says, "I say to you likewise, there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 just persons who need no repentance." I chose Saint Moses the Black because of his repentance. He went from a life of utter sin to becoming one with Christ and turning his whole life to God. He was able to turn his back on sin and set his eyes on Christ. Saint Moses should always remind us that no matter what sin we commit, whether it be great or whether it be small, that Jesus will always be there waiting for us to change our ways and to look toward him and his love. So the next time I am asked, who is a person that inspires you? I can confidently respond with, a person that inspires me is Saint Moses the Black. Thank you for your time, and have a wonderful day.